Imagine you're on a tropical island. You're surrounded by warm water and a tiny silver fish swims past you, or a little pink crab scuttles into the sand. And then you start swimming. And then suddenly, what if you stuffed a straw into your nose? Now that wouldn't happen to any of you, but unfortunately this is the reality for many marine animals. Single-use plastics such as plastic straws, forks, knives, plastic bags, or plastic food containers make up 60 to 95% of the world's marine pollution. Legislative and non-legislative interventions have helped reduce plastic bag usage with some considerable success. However, efforts to reduce other sources of plastic pollution still have much catching up to do. Experts estimate that Americans use about 170 to 500 million plastic straws per day. According to the United Nations Environmental, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, over 1 million seabirds and over 100,000 marine mammals die as a result of plastic debris in our oceans every year. So that's why I'm here today to tell you that I believe we should greatly limit our distribution of plastic straws and stop using them if we don't need them. Now this next image is going to be a little bit graphic, so feel free to look away if you feel uncomfortable. A video of this sea turtle getting a plastic straw extracted out of its nose went viral in August of 2015. Researchers conducting routine surveys along the coast of Costa Rica came upon this male sea turtle with a straw in its nose. Marine mammals often mistake floating plastics as food and attempt to eat it, which is likely what happened to this sea turtle. Upon ingesting the straw, they suspect that the turtle tried to cough it back up, but instead the 10-centimeter plastic straw went up its nasal cavity instead. They also suspect that the straw had been in this turtle's nose for at least a couple of weeks due to the amount of scar tissue that had begun to form around the base of the straw. After determining that the turtle was able to breathe again, they returned the turtle back into the water. In another study conducted by Robson Santos in 2015 with his team in Brazil, they investigated death rate in juvenile green turtles due to ocean debris, and they found that less than 1 gram of debris was enough to cause death in these juvenile green turtles. So if you were looking away, then you may look back now. Multiple studies have shown that plastic straws are among the world's top 10 most common types of ocean litter. They are non-biodegradable, which means they get smaller and smaller and they remain in our environment for up to hundreds of years until they become microplastics, which can be as small as 10 nanometers. Microplastics floating around in our ocean can be easily ingested by marine animals, and multiple studies have investigated the effects of microplastics on fish health. And they found a strong association between microplastics with neurotoxicity, behavioral changes, metabolic disruption, and intestinal inflammation. Studies are still being conducted on the effects of microplastics on human health because we eat fish. So if you've eaten fish before, then you probably have microplastics in your system as well. So the issue of microplastics in our ocean is really something that concerns the lives of all living organisms. Plastic straws are made out of polypropylene, which is technically a recyclable type of plastic. So if we just recycle straws, then there should be no issue, right? But it doesn't work that way. Plastic straws are too small and light to make it through our sorting machines, and even when they do make it through, they often go to landfill anyway. This is because plastic straws, polypropylene, even though it's the most common type of plastic packaging material in the world, less than 1% of it gets recycled. It's simply not cost efficient. It's much cheaper to produce new polypropylene or other types of plastics than it is to recycle old plastics. So what should we do? Well, I say we can start by going straw-free. Plastic straws are simply a tool of convenience to most people and not a necessary addition to most people's lives. Companies would feel less incentivized to purchase or manufacture plastic straws for a diminishing demand. Global unity against the plastic bag usage has seen 33 to 96% reductions in plastic bag usage depending on the country's policies. I believe plastic straws should only be distributed to people who have mobility or strength disabilities. The able public should look to plastic straw alternatives, such as paper straws, metal straws, or other types of reusable straws. You can simply purchase a pack of reusable straws on Amazon for just about $9. Large corporations such as Disney, Starbucks, and American Airlines have already pledged to ban or greatly limit the distribution of plastic straws within their companies. And I think this is a great example for the rest of the world to follow. But it takes us, the people, to make the real change and say that all lives really do matter.